President Tinubu has two Chicago University certificates signed by different persons. Atiku Abubakar lawyer says, "Oh boy." So so is that how Chicago State University is? Is that how these schools are? Eh? That Tinubu has two certificates signed by two different people. They don't have record in that school. How did it happen? How did it happen? So are you sure these people are not going to correct this certificate and then go and give him something so that this case can go down so that they can continue to use him in Nigeria? US is trying to help this man. I suspect so. US is trying to help Tinubu in this matter so that he will continue to be the president of Nigeria, and then they will continue to exploit Nigeria. That is what I see here. It's very bad. The presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has said that the errors in President Bola Tinubu's Chicago State University certificate have validated why he, Atiku, raised his petition. Atiku, who is seeking nullification of Tinubu's election on the grounds of alleged electoral fraud, narcotics dealings, and election irregularities at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, had petitioned the U.S. District Court to subpoena CSU into releasing President Tinubu's academic records to aid his argument. A few days ago, Tinubu, through his lawyer, said that his academic records printed by the CSU were fraught with errors and inconsistency with the ones he submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission before the 2023 general election. Tinubu's lawyers on Wednesday, in response to Atiku's petition at the U.S. Federal Court in Chicago, Illinois, said there were errors in the president's academic certificate and blamed an unnamed clerk of the university for the errors. Meanwhile, Atiku, through his lawyer, said a closer scrutiny of the document by his legal team showed that the president had two copies of the certificate, which also presented even more damning revelation. Oh boy. Now, one of the documents was the certified true copy of the certificate submitted by Tinubu to INEC on June 17, 2022. But according to Atiku's lawyers, this purportedly is the certificate issued to him by Chicago State University, showing that he attended the school and evidencing the degree he was awarded. The lawyers further noted that in another document, a copy of a letter dated September 22, 2022 from Mr. Caleb Westberg, the registrar of CSU, attaching a copy of the certificate issued to Bola Tinubu, is in recognition of the degree he was awarded by the university. There is another document which is a copy of the certificate forwarded by Mr. Westberg, as mentioned above, in response to a subpoena that was issued to CSU in respect of Bola Tinubu's academic qualifications and achievement. There is also a copy of the bio of Dr. Neva Lobin Johnson. Dr. Lobin Johnson was the chairperson of the Board of Trustees of CSU from January 2001 to December 2002. Also is a copy of the bio of Dr. Elnora D. Daniel. Dr. Daniel was the president of CSU from 1998 to 2008. It was, however, noted that upon further examination of the document, while they all centered on Tinubu's academic qualification from the Chicago State University, all the documents bear different details. Oh boy. Atiku's lawyers, who scrutinized the document, said that the document marked A is a certificate submitted by Tinubu to INEC. This certificate is in every material respect exactly the same as the document marked B, except for the following. Document A is signed by at least 3 people, whereas B is signed by only 2 people. The document marked E states that Tinubu was issued a certificate on 2022 22nd June 1979, but then proceeded to forward a copy of a certificate B dated 27th June 1979. Please note that A is actually dated 22nd June 1979, but this document did not emanate from CSU. Only B did. Wow. So it is clear that either A or B is fake. If not both, you cannot have two certificates issued by the same university to the same person for the same course of study, but issued on different dates and signed by two different sets of people. The documents A and B both state that Tinubu graduated with a BSc in Business and Administration, whereas document E, which came from CSU, states that he graduated with a BSc in Business Administration. It is important to note that CSU website states that the College of Business offers a contemporary business program leading to a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration or Masters in Business Administration. Nowhere is there any reference to business and administration throughout the website. So if you look at both A and B, it would appear that one of them is fake. Further interrogation of both documents, however, tells that both certificates may well be fake. Nationwide, notwithstanding that B was purportedly issued by CSU. So the lawyers further that why both certificates were purportedly signed by Dr. Nora D, this is physically impossible, as Dr. Daniel was only president of CSU from 1998 to 2008. So she was neither president of the university in 1979 when the certificate was purportedly issued, nor was she president in 2002 when the replacement certificate were issued. See document marked D1 and D2. So certificate A was purportedly signed by two other people apart from Dr. Nora D. Daniel. These names are not clear, and it is indicative of a deliberate attempt to confuse the reader into believing the authenticity of the document. Certificate A was purportedly signed by Dr. Neva Lubin. Please note that her name is actually Dr. Neva Lubin Johnson, and every public document or reference bears her full name and not the abbreviation. This is also physically impossible, as Dr. Lubin Johnson was the chairperson of the Board of Trustees of the CSU from January 2001 to December 2002. Oh boy. She was appointed to the Board of Trustees only in 1996 and was not made the chairperson until 5 years later. Dr. Lubin Johnson was neither a member of the Board of Trustees nor its chairperson in 1979. Oh boy. So when the purportedly issued certificate, nor was she chairperson in 2002 when the replacement certificate was purportedly issued. This scrutiny now, wow, it's a very serious one. It's a very serious one, I say. It's a very serious one. Another graphic discrepancy in the certificate emanating for Tinubu and the one presented by the CSU upon subpoena is that the two bear different letter fonts and logos of the Chicago State University. However, Sahara reporters had reported that Tinubu, through his lawyers, told the U.S. court to decline Atiku's request, citing confidentiality and saying that the former vice president of Atiku of Nigeria cannot use the document against him again in election petition court because it is already too late. Oh boy. So this is a kind of brief analysis of that certificate, all the certificates collected, one or purportedly issued by Chicago State University with different signatures, different dates, different logos, different fonts, and all of that. It cannot be now. A foul play has been made somewhere. It's obvious that a foul play has been made somewhere. It is a very hard one, I tell you. So one may be the statement signed by the academic officer while the certificate was signed by the registrar. Oh, one fallout from all the Tinubu bashing over Nigerians' borders is the general belief. Sadly, without unimpeachable evidence, we all are suffering it, except you don't hold Nigerian passport, is that Nigerians can sell their mother's souls if the price is right. We all suffer that blackmail within and without Nigeria. Let the present age grades work hard to change it. It is not only Tinubu. Irrespective of the merit of this case, it is only a legal exercise in futility. So unfortunate. I am done. Different from the town hall lord, he is a mystery man who everything about him is like secret. Imagine a Don Factoria. Tinubu is a controversial human being. Even his birth is controversial. Is court still sitting or they await judgment day? Just as he has dual citizenship in 2 countries. Everything about Jagaban is double. One waiting concern me. I beg Parkware. Let him explain how, why, when, and where. Oh boy. So this situation now, it is obvious that the certificates, either or both certificates are fake.